Welcome to my channel. I'm Yanique, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you everything that I did to refresh, to renew, to redo, everything but renovate my secondary bathroom because I am in a rental. So everything that I did is going to be renter friendly and reversible. If you like videos just like this one, go ahead and like this video, smash the thumbs up button, consider subscribing if you're new here, and let's get right into the video. With the way that the housing market is looking right now, I'm going to be in my rental for a lot longer than I initially thought. So I really wanted to spend some time and some coin making my rental feel more homey. So we had to start with this secondary bathroom. There's a couple of things in this bathroom that really just needed updating, and since I'm going to be here, I really want to enjoy this space. I have two sons, 10 and 7, who primarily use this bathroom. However, I work from home, and so my office is right across from this bathroom. So this is the bathroom that I mostly use during the day, and it's also my guest bathroom. I live in a 3-2 style rental, so this second bathroom is also the guest bathroom. Now, my building was built in the early 2000s as condos, which have now since I was gonna say been renovated, but they have not been renovated. Okay, they've been converted to apartments, and you'll kind of see evidence of that in my rental because we have like crown molding. I have, if you can see behind me on this wall, I do have like board and batten or wainscoting, I think is what this is called. But the bane of my existence with this bathroom, and the number one reason why I decided that I wanted to refresh this bathroom, was the tile floor. I hate this tile. Not so much, well no, I hate the style of the tile too. I hate the square, I hate the color, I hate the grout color, the grout lines. It's the grout lines that just don't do it for me. They don't work for me. The grout lines on this tile are so wide. They're like Moses parted the Red Sea wide. And with wide grout lines comes puddling of fluids. I told you I have 2 boys that use this bathroom, so fluids that just get stuck in these grout lines, and you can't just go in with a mop and mop this up. Like, you literally have to clean each individual grout line. I hate it. So I knew I wanted to do peel and stick tile, and since I was doing that anyway, for the simple fact of making it easier for me to clean, I was like, might as well just go ahead and redo the bathroom, right? So like I did mention, this is a rental. So as much as I want to rip out the tile, rip out the bathroom and the bathroom tub surround, I cannot do that. So everything that I'm going to do to this bathroom has to be reversible. I need to be able to restore it to its early 2000s glory when it's time for me to move on. First thing that I had to do was decide on the aesthetic, and this is where you came in. So first of all, thank you to everyone that helped me. I did put a couple of polls up with the kind of ideas that I was going towards on my Instagram stories, and you helped me decide by voting on those stories. I did work with a company called Maison Gigi to get that wallpaper, but she also helped me with coming up with ideas for decorating this bathroom. Now, she did put together a couple of mood boards for me, which then we decided together, me and you sis, together over on Instagram. And so we decided that we wanted this bathroom to be more modern. I did want to add that feminine touch to it. And before you ask or are concerned, my boys don't care about what this bathroom was going to look like. So we were deciding between the peel and stick tile choices, the wallpaper, the shower curtain, and even the styling. And so we were starting to lean more towards that like tribal wallpaper type of print. And then she posted, she being the owner of Maison Gigi, she posted this really, it's kind of like a line drawing floral print wallpaper that was black, white, and gray. And I immediately fell in love. And so I made the executive decision to ditch the tribal print wallpaper and to go with this line drawing type of floral. So I'll make sure to link her website down below just so you can get a feel for some of the other prints that she uses or that she designs. And don't be surprised when you see some more of these prints in my house as I continue to tackle the rest of the house, okay? Now that we have the design plan, we know the feeling that we're going for, we have all of the decisions made, now it's just time to buy everything and to move forward with prepping and throwing it all together. So the first thing that we have to do is pick out paint colors, right? Now I knew that I didn't want to go with a satin finish for this bathroom because typical in rentals, this rental also has flat paint. And if you know anything about flat paint, it is a pain in the butt to clean. And especially because my oldest son, he doesn't really like lotion. He prefers body oils. So just think of oily fingerprints on this flat paint and trying to clean it. Unnecessary time and energy. So I knew for sure that I wanted to do a satin finish. You probably can't tell in this video, but the color that they have painted the entire unit is like this gray, a light gray color with blue undertones, but it comes off as cold and dry. So I did want to paint this bathroom white to complement the wallpaper that we've chose, right? Because that wallpaper is like a true gray black and it's a true white. So I wanted to go with white, but I wanted something that was a little bit warm. So I moseyed along the aisles of Home Depot and I actually worked with the painting associate that was there, and we decided on the Bare Marquee line of paint in weathered white. I think it's such a great white because on its own, it kind of looks like a true white, but because my baseboards and all of the molding in that bathroom is a true white, you kind of see the difference in that weathered white next to it. It's just a touch of creaminess, so it lightens up the area, but it doesn't make it feel cold and clinical. It still had a warmth to it, but it still worked really nicely paired against that wallpaper. And girl, I'm not a professional painter by no means. I am not out here painting all the time. I'm not a painting connoisseur. That's not me. This paint covered that bathroom in 2 coats with no problems. I really didn't need the second coat for coverage. It was more of like finishing touch. It just already feels so much brighter. Wow. Y'all can't tell me that don't look fire. Look at how bright it is. And it's bright, but still has a warmth to it. It looks bright white on camera, but in person it has like warmth to it, so it doesn't feel hospital. You know what I'm saying? Shoo, I'm excited. So if you're looking for a paint that is going to do well with painting easily, especially if you're painting by yourself. My husband did help me a little bit, especially for the top that I couldn't reach. So I had a little bit of reinforcements. Aren't you excited?
I'm excited.
But for the most part, I painted that bathroom by myself. And because it's in that satin finish as well, it's so easy to clean. I've already had to clean the walls because I live with boys. So easy to clean, hands down, one of the best decisions in that bathroom. After painting, it was time to move on to tile. And now the tile that I chose, I also picked up from Home Depot. The tile that we chose, the tile that you chose, because I was leaning towards a beige and white, like semicircle type of design, because I wanted to, you know, add a little extra touch. But as you guys pointed out, and it worked out in the end, a lot of you were saying, like, you know, you already have the tribal print on the walls. I don't think the semicircle print on the floor will be a good idea because it might compete. And I was like, you know, you might be right. You might be right, sis, okay? And then it did work out in the end because I switched to that line design floral print, and that for sure probably would not have worked with the floors. So you said Yanique, get the marble peel and stick tile, and you was right because it came out so nicely. You were right, sis, and I'm glad that I listened to you, so thanks, okay? But I did also pick up this tile from Home Depot. It is by Traffic Master. It's their Carrera marble peel and stick tile. I have a friend who also used this particular tile in her bathroom or in her home, and she loves it. She loves the way that it's held up so far. So I felt a little bit more comfortable because this is the first time that I'm using peel and stick tile anywhere. Now they do have this tile in a 12 by 12, but I decided to go with a 12 by 24 size. It's more of like a long rectangle. I just prefer that shape to a square tile. I might be scarred because of these little square tiles that they have in this unit. It does have more of a matte finish as well, so it's not slippery at all. And I really do think that the design looks quite realistic. It really did look to me like Carrera marble, or maybe not Carrera, honey, but it looked like some type of marble, and that's all that matters, especially at $24 a box. This bathroom, this small little section, took me a little bit over one full box. I believe I used 2 or 3 tiles from the second box. So to lay this tile down, you know, again, this was my first time working with peel and stick flooring. I think I did a good job, okay? I did it by myself. I think I did a great job. Will I do that again in a bathroom where I have to go around toilets and like the curve of the toilet? Probably not. I think if you're a DIYer and you have a lot of patience, you can get this done in a day. You have to bring your patience with you, a lot of patience, a really sharp box cutter. And then I was using a see-through ruler that I picked up from Michael's Arts and Crafts like years ago, back in my cake making days. It's really perfect for seeing what you're doing underneath it and making sure that you're really lining it up straight, as straight as possible, which is what you need when you're cutting these tiles. I'm gonna link some YouTube tutorials that I used down in the description box because I think they did a really great job at explaining little tips and tricks and how they went about it. I think the floor alone transformed this bathroom, and I have been cleaning this bathroom, and my housekeeping service has been cleaning this bathroom quite a bit since I've done it. Game changer. Game changer. For sure. It's so much easier to clean than dealing with those little tiles I had before. So much easier to clean. Now, I chose not to grout these tiles. They are groutable. That was just above me. But what I did was seal it. So I bought this mold resistant sealant in a crisp white. And I used that in between the tiles just to help prevent any moisture, bodily fluids, or anything else. I got boys. Y'all know how hard boys are on bathrooms. I didn't want to have any issues underneath the tiles. So that's why I went with that mold resistant sealant. And then around any place where a wall or the toilet or the tub touched the tile, I caulked those sections. And I really do feel like it finished off the tile. It looked a little bit more professional to me, in my opinion. It did make it look a little bit more realistic, like real tile. I did that, if I say so myself. Now that the paint and the tile is out of the way, the next biggest change to make is installing this peel and stick wallpaper. Like I said before, I did get this wallpaper from Maison Gigi. If you are looking into peel and stick wallpaper, I highly recommend, like, even the contractor that I hired out for this install, even he was raving about the wallpaper because it's so thick, it's textured, it doesn't feel plasticky at all. When you look at it, you don't think that this is peel and stick wallpaper. You know, it doesn't give a cheap vibe. Like, this is luxury peel and stick wallpaper. And these panels are actually quite wide, which is another reason why I decided to hire a contractor to come and install it. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was a little intimidated. Trying to fit this wallpaper around the mirror and then to work with the curvature of the counter and get it down to the baseboards. I was intimidated. So I was like, let me go to Thumbtack. Best decision that I made, especially considering all of the time that I spent in putting down that tile floor. I think I was just at my wit's end and I just wanted this bathroom to be done. But I do not regret it because, y'all, he threw this wallpaper up in like 30 minutes. It was insane. By time I let him in, I went to a meeting, not physically, I work remote. I hopped on a meeting for work. He was already done. Like, my meeting wasn't even over yet where he was knocking to let me know he was ready to go and he was ready to collect his coin. Okay, I am so sorry because I thought I was at least going to be able to capture him putting this wallpaper up, at least a glimpse, a glimmer, a little snippet. I got nothing for y'all. My husband coming. Hi.
Hi.
But that really just speaks to how easy it is to work with this wallpaper as well, because he was really surprised. And the way that she does the design, it's like a repeating pattern that has a slight overlap, so that you can get that to be as seamless as possible. And I think the texture of the wallpaper also helps with it to look as seamless as it does, because I am blown away. I am blown away. And then the only other big change that I made were putting up the wall shelves. So I did decide to do 2 wall shelves. I did 24 inches long by 10 inches deep. I think that was the perfect length and width for putting above the toilet in the wet area of that bathroom. And I decided to do the espresso color because it did have like a red undertone that worked really well with the wood floor that is in the dry section. It's not really a dry section, but y'all know what I mean. That's in that dry section of the bathroom because, again, that door is open most of the time, the door that separates both sections. So I really did want both sides of that bathroom to work seamlessly. So going with a darker wood for the shelf, I brought in that same, similar wood tones over to that section. So those are all of the big or major changes that I made in the bathroom. Now we can get to the good part, the fun part, the shopping. So for all of the decor in that space, I did pick them up from World Market, Home Goods, and Hobby Lobby. So I will try and find everything that I used if you're interested in them or like similar items and link them down below. But I think this is the fun part of remaking a space, right? Is like going out, seeing what you can find that complements what you're trying to achieve. And if you can't find it, girl, go to Amazon, because all the other stuff I got is from Amazon. The first thing that I decided to do was not to use traditional bath mats in this area. I actually just picked up 2 rugs, both from World Market. The rug that I used for the dry area underneath the sinks, that black and white, more of like a tribal looking type of rug. It was the perfect size for underneath the sinks, and it was wider than your traditional bath mat or bath runner would be. And what I did was I bought cotton bath mats. It's the kind that you can wash. They're just like cotton bath mats. I got them in white, and that is what I put out on top of the rugs for everyday use. So the rug that I chose for the wet section is more of a taupey color. It's more about texture. Because I already put those dark wall shelves up, I did want to go with something lighter over that marble floor, but I did want it to be a little more creamy, a little more warm, since the marble floor is pretty much white and gray. Same thing as in the dry section, I just put down that white cotton bath mat on top of the rug so that when you're coming out of the shower, you're stepping on that and not directly on the rug. I also went with white shower curtain. It does have a little bit of texture. I picked up this shower curtain from Amazon, and it is a longer length, so it goes all the way down to the floor. Did switch out the toilet paper holder to matte black finish, and I did switch out the silver towel rod to 3 matte black hooks, also from Amazon. Because there's one thing about my boys and their towels always being on the floor, and every time you ask them why the towel is on the floor, they blame the towel rod. So now I should hear no excuses because now they have hooks, okay? And I think that is also a good idea for your child's bathroom. If you are redoing a kid's bathroom, think about putting those hooks down to their level where they can reach them, so they can, start practicing some level of independence so that you can sit down and drink your Prosecco or your champagne, girl, and not be worried about picking up wet towels off the floor. So you'll also see throughout this bathroom that I used a mix of lighter wood tones, like the lighter wood dough bowl that I put on the counter in between the sinks, the wooden bead garlands that I used, and that really helped like lighten up this space, bring that touch of earthiness that I was looking for, warms it up, makes it more cozy without being too boho. So I think, you know, I did a really good job at least y'all tell me if you think I did a good job at bringing in those earthy tones to warm it up and to give it, you know, that comfort, that coziness, that lived in feeling, because I don't want my guests to feel like they can't touch anything or they have to leave it exactly the way it was when they do come in. That's just not my goal for my home. I want my home to feel cozy. I want it to be cute, don't get me wrong. I want it to be cute, I want it to be well styled, but I do want it to be cozy and inviting. So I'm really happy with how this bathroom turned out. You have to tell me what you think. Leave me a comment down below if there's anything that you would change or what was your favorite part of this bathroom faux renovation that I did in my rental. I am currently tackling my dining room, so that is probably going to be the next space that you see. And I'm really excited to really like turn this rental into more of a home, really put my stamp on it. And I'm excited to bring you all along the journey. Make sure that you follow me over on Instagram, because I am always asking for your advice and for your opinions, and you help me make decisions. So head over to my Instagram, give your girl a follow, join in on the conversations over there as well when I put those polls up in my stories. Hit subscribe if you made it this far and you aren't subscribed yet. Like this video if you like content just like this, so that I know to continue to video diary this process. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.